In a marriage, love and connection grow deeper when both partners understand the delicate dance between being together and being apart. Balancing me time and we time is not just a matter of convenience, it's a necessity. When couples get this right, they strengthen their relationship by allowing room for both personal growth and shared intimacy. But when that balance is off, it can cause tension, resentment, and even distance. Let's be honest. Being in a committed relationship doesn't mean you stop being an individual. Each partner still has thoughts, interests, hobbies, and dreams that may not always align perfectly. And that's not a bad thing. What's important is how you honor those differences while still prioritizing your bond as a couple. Too often, people associate me time with selfishness, but that's not the case. Me time is not about running away from your spouse. It's about reconnecting with yourself. It's that time where you recharge, reflect, and realign. Whether it's reading a book, going for a solo walk, journaling, exercising, or simply enjoying silence, me time creates space for self-awareness. And self-awareness helps you become a better partner. When you're centered, you're more patient, more understanding, and more present. Now, we time is just as essential. It's about nurturing the emotional connection that brought you together in the first place. It's the dinners without distractions, the quiet evenings watching a favorite show, the spontaneous dates, the deep conversations, the laughter, the intimacy. We time strengthens your bond and reminds you why you chose each other. It keeps the relationship alive and prevents it from becoming a routine partnership. But the truth is, many couples struggle with balancing these two. One partner might crave more togetherness, while the other may need more space. That's where communication becomes key. You have to talk openly about your needs, not in a defensive or demanding way, but with honesty and respect. Saying something like, "I feel recharged when I spend some time alone," or "I really miss our quality moments together," opens the door for understanding. It's not about blaming or accusing. It's about sharing your truth and inviting your partner to do the same. There will be seasons where one might need more me time, maybe because of work stress, personal growth, or even emotional fatigue. And there will be seasons where more we time is needed, like when the relationship feels a bit distant or when going through big life changes. Flexibility and awareness of these shifts make a big difference. And then there's the matter of guilt. Some people feel guilty for wanting time to themselves, especially when kids are involved or if the other partner feels left out. But guilt doesn't belong in this space. Wanting time for yourself isn't a rejection of your partner. It's a form of self-respect. The best relationships are the ones where each partner encourages the other's individual growth while also cherishing the connection they share. Supporting each other in this way builds mutual respect and trust. What often helps is being intentional. Don't just let me time or we time happen by accident. Plan it. Schedule solo activities that bring you joy. Protect that time without apology. And at the same time, schedule your together moments. Make date nights a priority. Put away the devices. Look into each other's eyes. Hold hands. Talk. Laugh. Be fully present. Intentionality is powerful. There's also a lot of beauty in overlap. Sometimes your me time can naturally support your we time. For example, when both partners engage in separate hobbies and then come together to share what they've learned or experienced, it enriches the relationship. You come back to your partner with stories, growth, excitement, something fresh to contribute. It keeps things interesting and vibrant. Boundaries also play a role. Healthy couples understand that boundaries aren't walls, they're guidelines for respect. Respect your partner's alone time just as much as you want yours to be respected. Avoid the urge to take it personally if they need a break. Likewise, don't be so isolated in your own world that you neglect your partner's emotional needs. It's about mutual consideration. If you live together, physical space can be just as important as emotional space. Having separate corners, work areas, or time in different rooms can provide the reset both of you need. It doesn't mean you're avoiding each other. It just means you're creating space to breathe, reflect, and rejuvenate. And when you do come back together, it's often with a clearer mind and fuller heart. Another thing to remember is that me time and we time don't always have to be long or dramatic. Sometimes 30 minutes alone is enough to reset. Sometimes 20 minutes of undistracted conversation is enough to reconnect. It's not about the length of time, it's about the quality and intention behind it. A little goes a long way when the heart is involved. Of course, not every couple gets this right overnight. It's a process. Sometimes you'll overdo the me time and feel a bit distant. Other times you'll focus too much on we time and start to feel drained. That's okay. The goal is not perfection. It's awareness and adjustment. Checking in with each other regularly can help. Ask questions like, "How are you feeling about our time together lately?" Or, "Is there anything you need more or less of right now?" These small check-ins can prevent small issues from growing into big ones. Also, be mindful of external pressures. Society often glorifies either extreme, either the hyper-independent individual or the always attached couple. But your marriage doesn't have to fit into anyone else's mold. You and your partner get to define what balance looks like for you. What matters is that both of you feel seen, valued, and emotionally safe. Sometimes couples drift apart not because they don't love each other, but because they stop being intentional. They stop paying attention. They stop showing up for both themselves and each other. Balancing me time and we time is one of the most powerful ways to stay in tune with both yourself and your relationship. Think of it like a dance. There are moments to step back and moments to step forward. There are solo parts and duets. But when the rhythm is right, the dance becomes effortless, beautiful, and connected. You're not stepping on each other's toes. You're flowing in sync, even when apart. And finally, remember that love isn't just about being together every second. It's about growing together. Sometimes growth requires space. Sometimes it requires closeness. The magic is in knowing when to lean in and when to step back. And when both partners trust that process, the relationship becomes stronger, deeper, and more fulfilling. So give yourself permission to rest, reflect, and rediscover. Give your partner the same. Then come back together, not out of obligation, but out of genuine desire. That's what keeps the love alive. That's how you balance me time and we time in a healthy marriage.